trophy is being handed over to the President of Sri Lanka Rugby, and this also signifies that this trophy is open for competition. The General Manager of Nippon Paint, Mr. Nimanta will be handing over the sponsorship agreement for the season 2022-23 to the President of Sri Lanka Rugby, Mr. Rizli Ilyas.
We see is even after the 2 years of COVID, when we started playing, the clubs immediately got into action. The boys were sort of keen to go out, show their culture in the game, and the competition is going to be very tight. But this is going to be a very tough challenge.
As Nippon Paint Lanka, we have a responsibility towards local coaches and young people to showcase their skills. So this is an opportunity for Nippon Paint as a sponsor and for clubs and young people to come out and play rugby.
A very good evening and welcome to Nippon Paint Sri Lanka Rugby League. Another game, a crucial game coming to you live from the racecourse here in Colombo. It's a gloomy day in Colombo, and you could say that it could favor one team who have traveled down from the hills, because this is the exact condition that they encounter up in KANDY, who have traveled down for the third consecutive week to play CHNFC. They will have one more week of travel next when they play the Havelocks, probably for the top spot. And CH today will have everything cut out after their game against CR last year, which they did not manage to win. Here is how the points table is looking. In the meantime, let me also introduce my co-commentator this evening, Hisham. Good evening, Hisham. KANDY sitting pretty on top, but everything to play for today.
Good evening, Dinuk. Well, it's a, you could say, usual sight seeing KANDY on top of the table even at this stage. That's how they do things. They're winning leagues unbeaten, and as you said, top of the table. But certainly it's going to be an acid test for them against CHNFC, who have players who are capable of hurting them. So interesting to see how KANDY will take this up.
It's going to be very interesting, because the last few encounters, though they are unbeaten, still has not been convincing wins for them, Hisham. On the other hand, CH have put some promising performance, but they have also not come on top. This is the KANDY team we are talking about. Plenty of injuries coming into this game today. Not only this game, in the past few 2-3 weeks, they are managing plenty of injuries. But they have that depth in that squad, which will be tested today and next week. They have two crucial games down in Colombo. Everything will be put to test. Very experienced coaching staff in Fazil Marija and Buddhika Talagampala. So everything will be tested in this KANDY team. Experienced backline, but a very young forwards.
Exactly, Dinuk. And like you said, injuries have been troubling KANDY so far. And it's also another interesting factor is how their bench strength will be tested against CHNFC, who you could say on paper would have a slight advantage against KANDY's. But it's all about how the players turn up on the day. And here's the CHNFC team with their preparations.
Yeah, very experienced front eight for them, of course, likes of Prasad Madhushankar, Dushmanta Priyadarshana, who have been in this scene for some time now. Yoshita Rajapaksa as well on your screen now has been in the setup for long to play these kind of games, Hisham. But they will have to bring their A game today with everything to play for.
Certainly another acid test for CHNFC would be their back line, if they are able to hold the KANDY juggernaut. KANDY certainly have plenty of star players in their ranks. The Ratwatta duo, Nigel and Tarinder too as well. So Rohit Rajapaksha and his other backs will certainly have their work cut out as well.
It's everything to play for here at Racecourse this evening as we go into a commercial break before we come for kickoff.
is meant to be lived to the fullest. Nippon Paints. Live with colors. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest. Live with joy. Live with nature. Live with hope. Live with trust. Live with dreams. Live with happiness. Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint. වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන්
Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles. Original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
Playing to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Sidale Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
Welcome back to Racecourse Stadium here in Colombo. As both teams are walking out, CH and FC in the red jersey and KANDY in their traditional white. We'll have a lineup today before the match kicks off. Few interesting changes in the lineup today for both teams, Hisham. We will go through it before kickoff. There is the two legendary players, Lanka Rugby and Fazil Marija, who have played for their respective clubs and Sri Lanka as well, and shaking hands. Here's the KANDY team: Malit, Vijay Sundara, Uchita Jayasuri and Praveen Charles in that front row, Tilina Bandara along with Monishan Chandradas, a young second row. Tilina, of course, a little bit of experience. Chatura Soisa, Rumesh Prematilaka and Wajid Faumi will strengthen that back row for KANDY today. Heshan Jansen fits in at 9, starting today along with Nigel Ratwat, Tarinda Ratwat and Lavanga Pereira, who will be the skipper in the absence of Damit Disanayaka, Dina Lekanayaka on the left wing, Kavindu Pereira on the right, and Srinath Surya Bandar has been pushed to 15. So there is kicking game has been covered. The win factor they have identified very well. And Srinath Surya Bandara will attack you all day tonight. The substitute Milan Veerasinghe, Ali Mohammed, Kavishka Bandara, Bhavanta Dharmapala, Shamal Veerasekara, Suranga Tennakon, Oshan Pereira and Asiri Seniviratna, the young Kingswoodian in that lineup as well for KANDY Sports Club. Here is CHNFC, Shehan, Silva Prasad, Madhusanka and Dushmanta Priyadarshana, experienced front row for CHNFC, Surya Dorangoda and Udara Jayapatha, who will play in that lock combination today. Very young but very exciting set. Ramindu Hettiarachi, Yoshita Rajapaksa and Malita Danushka in the back three. Avishka Lee and Rohit Rajapaksa comes in at 9 and 10. Johan Ogbeber and Ovin Hettiarachi, the youngsters in the midfield, will be testing up against Tarinda Ratwata and Lavanga Pereira. Avanta Lee and Vishwa Kiriella in the wings, and Hirosha Sampath, who played at fly half, has been pushed back to fullback as well. That's an interesting call. Venura Koda, Goda, Malita Seshan, Johan Fernando, Sudarshana Mututantri will add a lot of experience and power in this later on in the game. Malishka Pereira, Tanuj Dilshan, Malit Misara and Chamat Kilan will complete the CHNFC lineup. Hisham, it's an exciting lineup. It's a forwards versus backs game today.
Exactly, Vinod. And I think if CHNFC do not exert enough pressure or put KANDY under a lot of pressure through their forwards, I think they'll be under a lot of trouble themselves through the KANDY backs. And because if you let these KANDY backs have good front football, and on paper, against this CHNFC lineup, it looks young and a bit of inexperience as well. In contrast to KANDY, who have plenty of experience under their belt with the likes of Ratwat, even Surya Bandara playing at fullback, have given the liberty to run at the players. So, like you said, it's forwards versus backs, but I think this is where the tactical nuance of the coaches will come into play.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how both teams will play today as we are ready for kickoff. Right to left on your screen as KANDY Sports Club kickoff through Nigel Ratwate, puts deep inside the 22 to Avanta Lee, who brings back play outside the 22 for CHNFC. As Lee once again gives it to the forwards to take it outside the 22. Here's Rajapaksa, off to Ogbeber. Ogbeber flings this out wide to the near side. Coming in is Vishwa Kiriella and he goes into contact. Interesting as Avanta Lee once again gives it to Rohit Rajapaksa, and they're not in any hurry to clear the lines. Danushka Malita taking the ball into contact. Here's the experience front rower Dushmanta Priyadarshana taking the ball into contact. Now Rajapaksa again trying to send this ball out wide, and a knock forward this time by Avishka Lee. So start, a very good start for CHNFC, but not moving forward, Isham, not clearing the lines and giving an early opportunity for KANDY outside the 22 scrum in the corner.
Showing early intent of using the full width of the pitch there, CHNFC. But like you said, they didn't gain ground. They were just going sideways. And in the end, some poor ball handling cost them possession there. But KANDY It's promising for them early on, the first scrum of the game. And it's a good, promising position just outside the 22. And surely a good platform to launch an attack through the backs. But throughout this season, KANDY has been very strong in the scrum. So interested to see if they can try to milk a penalty. So far, not able to. CHFC doing well. And here comes KANDY through their backs, straight to the middle. This is what we spoke about. CHNFC have to get their defense on paper. But here we go. Man on the outside. This could be the first try of the game. Yes, it is.
No advantage, offside, line offside.
No, the referee will go back for the advantage for offside, but the try is not awarded. Perhaps he stepped out or forward pass. We'll have to see on the replay. But there you go, just like we said, Dinuk, KANDY showing what their backs are made of.
Yeah, Pereira cutting back in that center field, and now quick ball from Kavindu Pereira. But there could have been a forward pass. They look flat from here. As Dina Lekanayaka is still in shock as why that try was not awarded. But you saw how threatening the backs are for KANDY. So many options, and as a defensive line, you're confused to tackle whom because they're running all over.
On the line.
Well, we just praised KANDY's scrum through the season, but the lineouts hasn't been on song so far. They go short early on.
Now an opportunity now for KANDY Sports Club inside the 5-meter line. Pitch and drive by Chandradas. Looking for options once again. Malita. Vijay Sundara taking the ball into contact now. Here's Charles Praveen, the big prop forward. Has been pushed back. Jansen gives this out wide once again to Ratwater. Nigel Ratwater this time shows and goes into contact. Another penalty coming up for KANDY Sports Club.
You can't handle the ground.
Playing the ball off feet, says referee Veranga today, who is the man in charge.
So KANDY with 2 consecutive penalties.
Going for a scrum, Hisham.
Well, you could say they could have gone for 3 points, but with momentum on their side, certainly I would say that's a good decision. And like we said, they are strong in their scrums. So far, they have pushed many teams and exerted penalties through the scrum. So in the first scrum, CHNFC did hold their stance. A centre field scrum now with options either way if they want to use their backs. But there you go, KANDY trying hard through their forwards. But here we go. Man on the outside. This could be the first try of the game. Easy does it. And there you go. Kavindu Pereira scores for KANDY.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Lovely hands, Hisham, on that occasion. Jansen off that scrum gives it to Nigel, to Tari. And Tari saw Kavindu Pereira standing there, no one in front, and just threw that cutout pass to Kavindu Pereira. Good vision. And a lovely try on the corner flag for Kavindu Pereira. First up for KANDY Sports Club. This is going to be great if this is how they're going to play today. They have not been using enough ball to the backs this season, Hisham. So nice to see them doing that in this first few minutes.
Well, just as we said, and this is going to be a good psychological advantage for KANDY as well against CHNFC, who know that they have to come up, certainly do better defensively when KANDY uses the full width of the pitch. And on that occasion, they've been found wanting, and KANDY within the 5 minutes are 5 points to nil in the lead. They can extend this to 7 points if Ratwata gets this conversion on target.
Captain.
Fails to do so, but KANDY still with a 5-point lead.
Sham, everything started when CH didn't kick from that 22. They wanted to run inside that 22. It's not a good thing to do early on, such early on in the game with zero or no scoreboard pressure. And if you're going to play within your 22, that is high risk rugby that you're asking for, as Rohita Rajapaksa will restart for for CHNFC, and he puts this out on the full. So couple of crucial mistakes from CHNFC. It's going to be another center scrum, another opportunity for KANDY Sports Club. The first 7 minutes, CHNFC have not crossed the 50-meter mark.
Well, they're shooting themselves on the foot here, CHNFC. And like you said, it's still early days. They just need to settle into the game. The home team. Unforced error there by Rohit Rajapaksa, but still. Now KANDY with another attempt. We're just saying this because how KANDY have been dominating in the scrums, but certainly look to use their backs. Jansen with the feed in. Ball is out the back. Lovely inside switch. They've got men on the inside as well. Last ditch tackle helping CHNFC there. KANDY on the charge. Ball is still with KANDY. They decide to put the boot in.
They're playing a very planned and organized game here, KANDY. So many options, isn't it? Chip kicks on, running lines beautiful, change of direction in terms of attacking plays. Excellent today. Look, a completely different side in these first 7 minutes. And if this is the rhythm that they're going to settle in, it's danger signs for any other teams that they're going to come up in the second round, of course. As CHNFC now will want to clear the line, will give a better angle for their halves to clear. Goes to Hirusha Sampath. This time Sampath puts the ball onto boot, but not to touch as Srinath Surya Bandara waits. Here is Suri, steps off one. This is the danger of Surya Bandara. He holds the ball in contact. This is Ratwatte now. Off to Tarinder Ratwatte. Sees space at the back. And just out on the full. A very difficult ground to kick, Hisham. Because you don't see the sidelines from the center of the field as clearly as others. And you don't have the guideline of the advertising boards as well.
And of course the wind factor. That is always something to be looked into when playing at racecourse.
Yeah, if you see the last game that two teams played here, CH and Sia, exactly that's what happened. Sia was playing with the wind in the first half and they capitalized in the first half. And it was a little too hard to CH and FC to come back. And KANDY are doing the same. So they are reading this pattern very well. As now Avantali off to Rohit Rajapaksa. Looks the second man running from the outside. Is Vishwa Kiriyalla going into contact. Rajapaksa now looks outside to Hirusha Sampath. Doesn't get the support and been pushed back about 10-15 meters behind. That's good defense from KANDY Sports Club. Now Avantali looking for running option. Shehan Silva comes in.
Got to clear their lines here, CHNFC.
Here's Sampath taken back inside the 22. So he cannot kick this out on the full. Dina Lekanayaka with the swirling wind. Looks for opportunities and keeps the ball within him. As support arrives for KANDY Sports Club. Here's Jansen. Off to Uchita Jayasuriya and Praveen Charles going into contact. Jansen once again to Bandara. Bandara gives it to Chaturanga. Chaturanga looks for opportunities, cutting back inside is Chaturanga. Now a lovely show and go to Tarinder Ratwati on the other side. He evades couple of tackles. KANDY will score the second. So lovely bit of passing and lovely momentum there, face after face from KANDY Sports Club. The ball popped out once again on the ruck. Wajid Fawmi there. Just sucked in the last man and gave away Tarinder Ratwat an easy run to score the second try for KANDY Sports Club. Pressure for CHNFC.
Good bit of play there by Wajid Fawmi. Had both the Ratwaters on either side, Nigel or Tarinder, decided to use Tarinder and Tarinder to his credit. Slowed down, used his strength, just shrugged off the last-ditch tackle from the CHNFC player and scampers through to score KANDY's second try. So So far, nothing going the way CHNFC would like to, but still, just 10 minutes gone. They have plenty of time to get back into this game, but if they don't wrestle the problem right now, it's going to be a long evening.
Yeah, it is going to be, as Ratwata gets good contact, but still goes away off the left post. So a couple of kicks missed by Tarinder Ratwata, very uncharacteristic of him to do that. Usually a very good goal kicker, gets his technique right 90 times out of 100. As CHNFC now want to get this kickoff right. Rohit Rajapaksa this time puts on centre field. First time that KANDY will play inside their own half in this game after 12 minutes. And they also want to clear their lines and not to make the same mistake that CH did. But they're going through the faces. A lovely pop pass by Nigel to Tari. Tari looked at an option of offloading but keeps the ball himself, as Nigel Ratwate now with the wind behind him puts in a high kick to Rohit Rajapaksa, and a big tackle by Dina Lekanayaka. He's right on top of the ball, gets the ball as well. KANDY Sports Club on the run once again. Going into contact is Chatura Soisa. Here's Jansen off to Jayasurya, to Nigel Ratwate. Lavanga Pereira puts in a kick pass to Tarinder Ratwate, off to Kavindu on the outside. Kavindu cuts back in just outside the 22. The game is getting exciting and faster now because KANDY is settling down well. The ball goes behind, as I say so, to the 40-meter mark. KANDY will want to recycle and play, but a good effort on that occasion by Surya Dorangoda, right on top of that ball, changing momentum.
CHNFC really needed a penalty of that sort to gain some confidence, because at the moment KANDY is all over them. Brilliant kick by Ratwata, but a good kick is always only good when you have the good chase. Rohit Rajapaksa met with a heavy tackle. KANDY almost taking advantage of it, but CHNFC just managing to win that penalty and turn things around.
Yeah, good prospects of just going through names, Hisham, for Sri Lanka going forward. Surya Dodangoda. You have players like Ogbebo, Hettiarachchi, Dina Leknayak, Asiri Seneviratna, Heshan Jansen, all coming from that same age group. Would have been a cracker of a season if not for the COVID. Almost all teams had very, very good players, as Dodangoda once again goes up to take the ball. Here's Rohit Rajapaksa, pops off to Ogbebo. Ogbebo goes and gives the ball to Hettiarachchi, and Hettiarachchi scores the first try for CHNFC. That was easily done right on the face of the KANDY defense. Lot of running options on that occasion for Rajapaksa. Rajapaksa looked around and a good angle there, cut back by the 12. And from there on it was easily done. Look at this.
Ogbebo with a brilliant running angle there, setting up his centre partner there, and brilliantly done. We talked about how CHNFC will face or take on the challenge of the KANDY SC backline, but they got some tricks up their sleeve of their own as well. And Ovin Hettiarachchi scoring a brilliant try, courtesy of running a good supporting line. And just like we said, so easy conversion should get this over, and just like that, CHNFC will be right back in this game.
Yeah, Hirusha Sampath on the 22-meter line, regulation kick for him. His standards, another player who came out at that same era.
No.
Puts off the left post. Both kickers have left their boots at home.
Commentators jinx, I suppose. Should have got that through. But still, it's just a 5-point game. 16 minutes gone. Exciting stuff here at the race course. And we spoke about how this might be a battle between the forwards and the backs, but so far it's the three quarters going helter-skelter at each other.
Yeah, lovely weather to play this type of game as well. Underfoot conditions very good, no rain, overcast conditions. A brilliant time to play running rugby as Avanta Lee this time puts the ball outside the 22. CH looking a completely different side if they're clearing their lines and playing in their opposition half. Whereas KANDY Sports Club were Fox, they are totally in defense.
Boys, clear gap tag corner. Wide.
So still KANDY with another promising line out. 5 meters off their 22. Options either to their forwards or their backs. But first things first, they've got to get the line out right. CHNFC will certainly contest this, but they go long. There you go. The ball is loose. They turn it over. CHNFC now with possession. Lee puts in the box kick.
Advantage over.
Chase for Surya Bandara. Not a very familiar position, but he has done this time and time again for Sri Lanka in the sevens. The sweeping role. Has plenty of time with his steps inside the 22.
Suri would have wanted or would have liked to get more distance on that kick, but decided to put the boot and go to take the safer option. At risk of trying to run from his own 22 and get caught. So CSNFC now with another promising situation here. They played very little rugby to bring their play into the 22.
Ravindu Hettiarachchi takes off that line out, twists and turns and goes into contact. Here is Avanta Lee off to Dushmanta Priyadarshana. The experience of Priyadarshana going into contact. Rajapaksa now once again looking outside to Lee. Lee to Sampath. Sampath has Vishwa Kiriyalu on the outside, but cuts back and goes into contact just outside the 22 for CHNFC. Avanta Lee off to Ogbeber. Ogbeber gives it to Udara. CHNFC trying to make faces inside their opposition half as Rajapaksa now throws that ball straight into Ovin Hettiarachchi. But no advantage on that occasion. And referee playing advantage for a knock forward. So that's a very, very long advantage. I think it happened on the during the line out. So another great opportunity, Hisham. This is exactly where CHNFC had their base and scored the try. If they can do that once again, that will put a lot of pressure on the travelling team today.
So it'll be a scrum for CHNFC.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady, both
So
steady.
CHNFC have got a few opportunities of their own to slowly build themselves into the game. Here's Rajapaksa. Floats it to the line, but that was knocked back.
Stay.
No way through. Met with heavy resistance.
No.
CHNFC just need to recycle possession here. Here's Rajapaksa. And inside, floating pop pass, you would say, to Ravindu Anjula. KANDY FC putting pressure. Yes, they've turned possession. Here's Ratwata to Surya Bandara.
Stay right.
Good high hanging kick. He needs his chasers though to follow it up. CHNFC collected, but just too much interest on that kick. It's kicked out on the full. So that's a good gain by KANDY. Bring play just outside or just into the half.
Hirusha Sampath caught that ball, saw in front of him. It was Dinar Lekanayaka, his former teammate, want to show him his power on his boot and just overcooked that kick. A lot of Kingsudians playing on either side who played in the same team in 2020 COVID hit season has Uchita Jayasuriya now. Goes to number 6 at the back once again. A lovely line out off to Jansen. Here's Nigel. To Tarinda. To Lavanga. As Surya Bandara doesn't give that pass to Kamindu Pereira. But again, the Kandy backs in motion.
On that occasion, Kamindu Pereira was just not on sync with the rest of the backs. It was a bit slow to reach the ball. The pass too wasn't the best. It was thrown at his feet, so couldn't collect it. Going back to your mentioning of those Kingswoodian players, yes, it was a good Kingswood side as well during that season. A lot of hope on that team. Unfortunately, COVID had other plans. Arsena Senavatna, Hirush Sampath, even Jansen played together. So here's Kandy coming through. CHNFC can put some pressure here and turn over the possession. Yes, they do through Rajapaksha. Good work here. CHNFC now inside the Kandy 22.
No.
Here's Lee. Floats it to Rajapaksa. Has men on the outside. Ravindu Anjula finds the other Lee, but that's turned over. Isolated. Good work by Kandy there.
Yeah, Kamindu Pereira on that occasion had shot up in, but managed to recover to the outside and make that turnover. As Nigel Ratwate doesn't take a lot of time, puts in a big kick to gain at least 40 meters deep inside from their 22. We have an injury concern off your screen for CHNFC. It's Ovin Hettiarachi. Has put on a lot of weight, isn't it, from his school days, Ovin Hettiarachi.
Doctor, may I take a photo?
Right now they're pointing somewhere close to his cheek. But I think he did get a knock when he scored that try as well. And seems like in a lot of discomfort. There's no blood involved, but I think the safe option here would be to take him off. Perhaps might be concussed. Yes, that's what the medical team are advising as well.
Okay, Macha.
Let's see how it happened. Oh, straight into Dinaleka Nayaka's knee. And he was flying, isn't it, Ovin Hettiarachi, straight into Dinaleka Nayaka's knee on that occasion. And straight away he was down. So that is not good signs for CHNFC. As now they have to look into a separate, different center combination, as Ogbebo and Ovin were working very well in the first few minutes.
Well, perhaps they can make a substitution and make a slight change within their ranks. Use both the Lee brothers in that position. Just shifting Ogbebo into the first center's position. It's interesting to see who they will bring in. They have Kilan Chamat, Malik Mihisara. Unfamiliar position for him though, if he would come and play as center. So this might do a slight reshuffle.
Doctor, it's a blue card.
Yes, so that's what they have done. They brought Vishwa Kiryala to the second center's position, and they've introduced Kilan Chamat as fullback. changed within their ranks as expected.
Uchita Jayasuriya not getting that throw in correctly. Wind factor, not something that they will encounter in Nittavela. It's testing them here as well. Lineouts has been an issue. Here's Rajapaksa off to Ogbebo. Hirusha Sampath and Kirialla on the outside. Cutting back in is Vishwa Kirialla. Ogbebo now as Lee gives it to Rajapaksa, to his brother Yoshita Rajapaksa. Stands up on one tackle and goes into contact. Once again, looking for work is Shehan Silva. Rajapaksa once again looking at the near side, and Lee spots the gap. And Srinath Surya Bandara calls for mark inside the 22.
The pace of the game has dipped slightly. Of course, KANDY wouldn't mind it because CHNFC looked to be finally found themselves in the game.
1 minute.
KANDY would just want to perhaps play the territorial game because so far it has worked for them. CHNFC found wanting whenever they have been defending inside their own half, or their 22 rather. Prasad Madhushankar now with the throw in for the line out. Going for a 3-man line out here. But overshoots it. Ball still might come for CHNFC, but no. Rajapaksa decide to use the boot. Wasn't successful. Might have hurt himself there as well. Clutching his head. He'll need some medical attention. I think the referee hasn't seen it. He is holding his head. Meanwhile, KANDY deciding to kick. And that's a good kick.
Red, get back, Red! Red, get back!
But an even better reply, you would say, from CHNFC. Here's Ratwatta now, scanning or probing his options. And slotting it just on the halfway mark. So we are back where we were. There you go. Yoshita Rajapaksa in discomfort, I think. He knocked his head during the contact. If we can have a replay on that. Seems okay. He is talking to his teammates. So that's positive.
Want to see exactly how it happened. Let's see here. Here's Rajapaksa going at full tint. I think it's a head clash. It's a head clash with Monish and Chandradas.
He seems to be okay on his feet. The doctor just checking to make sure everything is okay.
Right, center. Time off.
Trouble on field. HIA there.
Time on.
He's okay.
Mangal Padain.
Yoshita Rajapaksa. He's straight into the action. And CHNFC with another line out. 4-man line out. This time we use Surya Dudangora at the front. Once again, lovely pass inside. Lee using his feet. Lovely offload as well to his fellow Wesleyite. Ogbebo, they've got men on the other side. Needs to make the pass. Goes into contact. Referee just making sure the KANDY players let go of that ball. It comes loose. Here's Ogbebo. Once again, manages to find Yoshita Rajapaksa. Pops it off to Hirosha Sampath.
Use it.
This is what CHNFC would like to do. Use their forwards, set up play. But they really need to get this going at pace. They've not. They just must make sure that KANDY doesn't settle.
Stay.
Prasad Madhushankar lining it up.
Use it.
The skipper. Here's Yoshita Rajapaksa on the other side.
Roll away.
Not rolling away. I think the player was injured. Perhaps that was the reason he wasn't able to roll away. But either way, CHNFC with a penalty straight in front of the post.
Time off.
The T is on the pitch as well. Sensible option. Cut the lead to 2 points. So despite that promising and fiery start by KANDY, CHNFC have slowly but surely come back into the game.
Yeah, they've slowed the game down considerably, where KANDY was trying to play a high-tempo game. And whenever CHNFC had the ball, they slowed the game down and starving the ball off KANDY Sports Club. And the other probable reason is they have executed lineouts better than KANDY, and they have gone into a shorter 5-man lineout, throwing at number 2. Whereas KANDY botched a couple of lineouts trying to throw at number 6. The win factor is not helping their cause. It's a good attacking option as long as you get it right, as Sampath this time slots that it between the posts, and 8 points to 10. CH closing into KANDY Sports Club now.
Some interesting passages of the play. You would say the KANDY lineouts, like we predicted, hasn't been 100%, and that is perhaps pulling them back. At the same time, CHNFC, they've used this inside pass through Rohita Rajapaksa, and each time they have done, they've gained plenty of ground. They scored the try off it. Now they scored the penalty off that move. Apart from that, CHNFC haven't done much through their backs to gain ground. Through the penalties or through set pieces, they have managed to play the territorial game. But once they are in their 22, they mean business. They have come away with points. So that is something that would concern the KANDY coaching staff. Defensively, they are backtracking when CHNFC are in the red zone.
Stay right.
CHNFC with possession of the restart. Here's Rajapaksha. Thumps it down the ground. Well covered by KANDY. Here's Surya Bandara. Looking for the pass. Manages to hold on to it, even though initially it was knocked forward. Atwata, loose pass. But KANDY still with possession. Gets off the first tackle. Here's Jansen. Knocked forward. CHNFC now with a chance to counter-attack. Here's Lee. That's a good collection by Surya Bandara. But the referee will come back for the knock forward. So it will be a scrum for CHNFC.
Very interesting couple of knock forward advantage from Veranga. Played there.
First no advantage.
It's looked like CH gained about good 40 meters off that kick. And that's the second time. As another injury concern, Shehan Silva for CHNFC, the prop forward. Big front row, isn't it? Big front row for CHNFC. Prasad Madhushankar, Dusmanta Priyadarshana and Shehan Silva. All three mobile big front rows.
Plenty of experience under their belt as well. Seasoned campaigners, you say.
Set. Steady box, steady.
They used the Rajapaksha for experience as well. Plenty of experience. And then of course some young players in Ravindranjula, Surya, Durangoda.
Go!
Ball is out. Here's Shehan going into contact. CHNFC with possession on the attack. Here's Lee. Flat pass to Rohita. Fine space. Surya Bandara covers that well and on time, but the referee will come back.
Number 18, high.
Not sure what the call is here. We couldn't pick that up. He is bringing play back.
Looked like it was offside, Hisham. Just shot up KANDY.
Number 18.
Another interesting call going against the wind from the 40-meter mark. They know this ground very well. Likely to see how the flags are. It is dead. So there is a clear opportunity
Time off.
to score 3 points. Hirusha Sampath.
10.
Off your screen, Tharindra Ratwatta just getting some treatment on his knee. He's okay. But now CHNFC have the opportunity to take the lead. Hiroshi Sampath lining it up.
Looks like Tari is playing through pain here, as Sampath gets good connection, but off the left post, so has the distance, something that KANDY will be wary of.
Bowling pass dia kena Kumar, right?
So Hiroshi Sampath missing 2 kicks. Could be costly by full time as well. So important to get those kicks at goal right.
Back first.
Slight bit of miscommunication there by the 2 CHNFC players, but in the end, Rajapaksa collects it, thumps it down the ground. That ball could have gone either way had it bounced inside, but goes out of play. So KANDY will have the line out, but I hope I don't jinx it for KANDY fans out there, but let's hope they can get the line out right.
Number 4, clear gap back point.
As we just speak, the wind has picked up, Hisham. And KANDY this time going for a shorter line out, so that's sensible. But once again, the throw goes off away for them as the ball has been spun out wide to Sampath. To Dinale Kanayaka, evades one tackle. Here's Lee. Gives it to Yoshita Rajapaksa. Takes the ball into contact. Dushmanta Priyadarshana. Good hands by him.
No advantage.
Once again, no advantage. Coming for a scrum for CHNFC on the 40-meter mark. First 10 minutes and the next whatever minutes we have played so far is totally contrasting. Both teams have terribly slowed down.
With all that promise of an exciting young game has died down disappointingly. Both teams are making numerous handling errors, unforced errors, and once again KANDY just haven't been able to read the wind factor when it comes to line out time here. Big hit there on Dushmanta Priyadarshana, but no harm done because the referee was still playing advantage of that line out. So a scrum now for CHNFC.
Bind. Set. Steady, both steady.
Avishkali with the feed in. Ball is out the back. Comes out to Yoshita Rajapaksa.
Advantage.
And Avantali drops it cold.
First no contract. White ball.
Just took his eyes off the ball. Looked at the on-rushing KANDY defense perhaps. Lost focus. And KANDY now with possession.
5 minutes.
A scrum for them on the other side of the pitch.
Scrum.
Not to be a heavy critic, I think, but if you look closely, the passing accuracy too has not been up to standard from CHNFC. Some of the passes have been over the head, some of them closer to the knee. So it's not making things easy for the receiving player to judge and collect the ball. And of course, KANDY so far have been good in their rush defense. Been penalized for offside a couple of times, but apart from that, the defense has been good. It's that inside ball which they haven't been able to read, which Yoshita Rajapaksa has been able to execute. The referee playing advantage there off the scrum, pushing up. Jansen thought about it, but will decide against the quick tap. Why would you do that when you have this man on the picture, capable of finding a good touch, and just does that. Brilliant stuff there by Nigel Ratwatta. And KANDY now, after a long time, you could say, comparatively how they started this game, are right back inside the CHNFC 22.
Could say they could be happy of only conceding 8 points, staying inside their own half for this long. As CHN this time KANDY once again going to the back of the line out, getting it right this time and going for the rolling maul from the number 6 position, but not gaining that few meters initial hit. But now they are gaining momentum and brought to ground. The ball is in the hands of the KANDY forwards there, and we have to see it's Uchita Jayasuriya who has scored that try, known as Cheetah for the fans up in KANDY, and scores another try for KANDY Sports Club, 15 points to 8. Good line out ball to the back. Initially that push didn't come in because they had plenty of space there to push back. But from there on they gained momentum, and CHNFC forwards didn't put their man on the mark.
Oh, KANDY did well to get the line out right. They scored a good try there, but I don't mean to overly critique CHNFC, but that was poor body positioning for me from CHNFC. Were in no man's land there trying to defend that rolling maul, and KANDY virtually walking themselves over the try line. That's something that will really disappoint the CHNFC forwards if they go through the highlights reel. And like we said, KANDY come into the 22 of the opposition and they score a try. And with that, and with some missed opportunities from CHNFC, KANDY now have the opportunity to extend the lead. Ratwatta lines up the kick, beautifully done. And a 9-point lead for KANDY now, with 7 minutes to go before the break.
Looks like he's playing through a lot of pain, Tarinder Ratwatta, jogging back after that kick.
And that will worry the KANDY fans, of course their coaching staff as well, considering how many injuries they've got to deal with early on this season, and with a blockbuster match coming up against Havelocks.
Behind the ball, red.
Not the ideal signs for KANDY. So we've got a game to conclude here. Rajapaksha with the restart. Jansen finds Nigel Ratwatta. Thumping kick down the park. It's covered well by Hiroshi Sampath.
Red, get back, red, get back, red. Red, get back, red, get back.
Jansen collected cleanly. Long coloured pass. Gets off the first tackle. Second tackle as well. But a good tick tackle, bringing him down. There you go. This is something interesting to see. The forwards getting into the act. Just missed the man. That would have been a brilliant move had it come through. There's no advantage there, so the referee will.
That's half time. And why you see that is that we had a technical issue in our clock during the 17-minute mark. As KANDY Sports Club will be happy with how the first half has rolled out. CHNFC will see a lot of promise in how that first half concluded for them, as both teams looked threatening when they were set and in motion. 17 points to 8, KANDY Sports Club leading here at Racecourse at halftime. These are the highlights, how it started. A lovely bit of passing, good hands from KANDY Sports Club. So crucial, isn't it, the passing aspect of this game, so though it is so underrated. Here once again, that was Chatura Soisa who made all this the effort, and a beautiful draw and pass there by Wajid Fawmi to put Tarinder Ratwatta in space to score the try. He is leading the point scoring table in this Nippon Paints Rugby League rather, and this was a beautiful move. Lovely inside ball, a lovely 12-13 pass, and for the try he went Ovin Hettiarachi, who is unfortunately didn't have take any part in the game from there onwards. Hirusha Sampath had a penalty, and then KANDY finished the first half with a try to their name, with getting that line out right, but no CH player put an effort to stop that rolling maul from KANDY Sports Club, easily going through, and in the end Uchita Jayasuri just saw it up, no one in front, and ran through, as Tarinder Ratwatta puts the conversion right this time. 15 points to 8 at Racecourse as we go into halftime in the Nippon Paints Rugby League. A crucial match today here at Racecourse. We will go into a short commercial break and we'll be back with second half action.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest. Live with joy. Live with nature. Live with hope. Live with trust. Live with dreams. Live with happiness. Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint. වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන්
Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles, original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
Playing to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Sidale Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest. Live with joy. Live with nature. Live with hope. Live with trust. Live with dreams. Live with happiness. Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint. වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන්
Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles, original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
Welcome back. 15 points to 8. KANDY Sports Club leading in this Nippon Paints Rugby League encounter here at Race Course. And CHNFC now have their wind behind their back. This will give them a big boost if they can get it right, as KANDY Sports Club will play against
Captain. Sura, okay.
as Rohit Rajapaksa will kick off the second half for CHNFC. Centre field, good hang time deep inside the 22, straight to Heshan Jansen, who doesn't make the mistake that CHNFC did in the first half. But you can see the way the meters gained on that kick purely because of the wind that is pushing back. So KANDY will have to play with another extra man, a big man in that case, the wind in the second half.
And what would worry a KANDY fan slightly is they had plenty of examples in the first half during line-out time. They failed to gauge the win factor during that situation. So they really got to make sure that they don't commit these mistakes repeatedly. Just going to make things difficult on themselves. CHNFC opting for the rolling maul. The sack is good by KANDY. It's brought to ground legally. The ball is unplayable, so it will be the ball in favor of KANDY FC. That's good defensive work there by KANDY. Just shut up shop and psychological blow for CHNFC.
Yeah, huge dent of confidence. Because that rolling maul didn't go anywhere, just stopped against, arguably would say that KANDY have the lesser pack weight today. As referee Veranga is wanting to have a chat with Ravindu Hettiarachchi, who probably had argued a case there with referee Veranga. So no more tolerating, says referee Veranga. A big comparison. See, the front row of the KANDY Sports Club is quite heavy, and from there on, there is nothing much that you can talk about up until Wajid Fawmi, who is at the number 8 position today.
Steady, both steady.
Jensen feeds the ball outside the 22, cannot kick out on the full. The ball pops out of the ruck, and now Nigel this time thumbs this down, but the ball doesn't go more than the 50 meters. Here is Hirusha Sampath, runs straight into Lavanga, and Kavindu Pereira was right on top of that ball for a few moments, but couldn't win that turnover. Here's Rajapaksa.
Advantage, offside.
Referee playing advantage for offside for CHNFC. Rajapaksa once again, this time knowing that there is advantage, puts the kick behind. But an opportunity now for CHNFC.
Offside.
And straight away going into 3 points, called for 3 points. The skipper, Prasad Madhushankar, has no hesitation in putting points on the board with the win behind him.
Just 3 minutes into the second half, so why not put this through? It's just a 6-point game.
There you go, shooting up there, Tilina Bandara.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the second time he's been penalized personally for offside, shooting up just a bit too early.
And not a frame that you can hide as well. 6'5", running in front of the referee.
So Sampath, one final look at the post, lines it up. And that's a good kick, straight down the middle.
So 11 points to 17 in favor of KANDY Sports Club.
As long as CHNFC are within touching distance of the score, KANDY will always be under pressure. It's just that penalty conceded early on, but what KANDY would need to do is minimize the mistakes. They now know CHNFC are capable of slotting the 3 points from 40 meters out through Sampath. Watwata, good high hanging kick. Not read well there by Ravindu Anjula. Ball was loose, but it still comes back on the CHNFC side. Lee with the box kick. And that's a good gain by CHNFC. Just to relieve pressure and gains good territory as well. So KANDY now will need to get this line out right.
Wajid Fawmi staying there, just miscalculated the wind. He just, the kick just went behind him. And now pressure for KANDY Sports Club. Pressure line out outside the 22. Goes short. A very good move by KANDY Sports Club, negating the wind factor there. Here's Bandara, gives it out wide to Wajid Fawmi. Fawmi taking the ball into contact. KANDY running from their own half. Pereira off to Srinath Surya. Bandara slips off one. Goes into contact. A penalty.
Off the feet.
Off feet, says referee Veranga.
Off the feet.
Yes, now Nigel Ratwatte steps up.
Number 13. Number 13. 1 feet in.
Not taking any risk, Nigel Ratwatte, knowing there is a wind factor.
White 18.
Making sure that he gets
White
touch.
18.
As Uchitha Jayasuriya will now throw this ball into the line out, and KANDY have made a change as Shehan Silva has been taken out.
10-10.
And Milan Veerasinghe comes in, another player of that Kingswood team. Crooked throw.
So lineouts have really been the Achilles heel for KANDY here, as well as in the previous games as well. If it was the wind, well, all you got to say is KANDY so far isn't judging the wind correctly. He's doing it so poorly with the kick, with the line out, as well as that kick which Wajid Fawmi couldn't read accurately. Here's Rajapaksha, dumps it down the park. Kamil Pereira collects it, finds Suri.
White, get back, White, White, get back, White, get back.
Turns the kick, covered by Hiroshi Sampath. Goes across the pitch, finds space, ball bumps, bounces, and then doesn't go into touch. CHNFC need to collect this cleanly.
Release, White, release.
Now the ball with CHNFC. Good pressure by the KANDY player. Off your feet, says the referee. So it'll be a penalty for CHNFC. Opportunity to get themselves on the other side of the pitch as well.
Error in play. Not support body weight. Not support body weight. Uday no.
Hiroshi Sampath puts the ball into touch.
White, White 35.
Let's see exactly what happened there.
Right, mark.
As
Mark.
the two big men, Prasad Madhushankar and Praveen Charles, went into contact.
I didn't see much wrong there. I didn't see the player going off his feet.
First no cone, second no cone advantage.
Knocked cold, not forward cold there by Yoshida Rajapaksa. So KANDY straight away back with possession.
Another change. Mohammad Ali has come in place of Uchitha Jayasuriya, probably to get the lineouts right.
Be interested to see if he has got the message from the coaching staff, because he comes off the bench, on how to negotiate the win factor. It's just not about hitting the mark, it's all about judging on what speed you throw towards the line-out jumpers. But first things first, you have to deal with this scrum. Jansen with the feed in. The ball is out the back. Finds Ratwatte. Here's Pereira to Kavindu Pereira. Goes into contact. Brought down. Oh, opportunity lost, you could say. Referee still playing with advantage. Dushmanta Priyadarshana read that pass. Almost intercepted it. Here's Charles going into contact. Still not brought ground. Goes forward.
No advantage.
So referee will come back
Offside.
for offside.
Number 4.
We couldn't hear if he did signal playing advantage, but he will come back for the infringement. And Ratwata now doesn't get clean contact, you could say, but still does fine touch. Just around 15 meters.
Right. Mark.
Let's see what exactly happened there. It's a knock forward. It doesn't seem to be an offside position there by Dushmanta Priyadarshana. Now that was an offside call, so the second one who shot up.
The man on your screen, Surya Dadangoda, the culprit there.
Once again, the line out's not going their way. This time, Muhammad Ali didn't have enough gas on him to throw that ball into the line out. Yes, Rajapaksa now puts this ball in the air as KANDY line up for a counter attack through Srinath Surya Bandara. This is danger time for Srinath Surya Bandara. Gives it to Kavindu Pereira. Pereira has all the gas in the world. Steps back in and brought down to ground.
Stay back.
Opportunity for KANDY Sports Club. Bandara. Long pass out to Pereira. Lavanga Pereira going into contact. Johnson. Off to Nigel. Nigel goes into contact once again.
Use it.
Here is Jansen. Jansen steps through one, has one to beat. His own teammate Hirusha Sampath, but goes into contact.
Stay.
Good read there by Hirusha Sampath. Pick and drive through Ali. KANDY trying to settle this game down now. Malita Vijayasundara goes into contact. Another pick and drive. Here the ball comes out to Ratwata. Ratwata to Tarinda. To Kavindu Pereira. Pereira just sneaks in between a few meters there. Now Ratwata trying to act as scrum half and speed this game up. And going into contact is Chatura Soisa. Here's Jansen once again. Lovely short pass to Charles Praveen.
Side entry, no advantage.
And side entry says the referee. No advantage. And KANDY will come back for a penalty if there was any advantage played. But the referee will want to have a chat with the assistant.
Well, all the KANDY fans out there would be saying more of the same, please. That's what they want to see. KANDY attacking at pace, using the full width of the pitch. Just like they did so at the beginning of the first half. Beginning of the game, rather. And at that pace, CHFC were all over. I mean, they were backtracking, in trouble, and more trouble. They are Dushmanta Priyadarshana off your screen, on your screen, in a lot of pain. They're calling for the stretcher, so he is unable to continue. So a big man, big experienced player is going to leave CHNFC at a crucial time, you could say, where the game can fluctuate either way.
Yeah, big blow, Hisham. Big blow. The official will try to do some magic and keep him on the park.
Here's the replay. Kavindu Pereira burned his man for gas. Here's Dushmanta Priyadarshana. Couldn't get through. He's okay there.
Number 1 offside.
Not sure if it was his hip or knee. But that's game over for Dushmanta Priyadarshana. Experienced campaigner.
ए रिप्लेस करा दे राइट आई लीड गया तेरे टाइम ऑन
So KANDY opting for the 3 points, a shot at goal.
Number 1 offside.
Sensible option, you would say, just to distance themselves on the scoreboard and make sure that a converted try won't allow CHNFC to take over the lead. It's not the distance that Ratwata would want to judge here, it will be the angle. And why I say this, these kicks can be a bit of a banana skin for place kickers, because there's not much of an angle. Just got to make sure you get the curve right. Ratwata is experienced enough to slot that over. So KANDY are now 20 points. They lead 20 points to 11. Lead by 9. If you're just joining us, well, at the start of this game, it looked like KANDY were going to run away with it. But then again, CHNFC had ideas of their own. Came back into this game.
Okay.
Rajapaksa kicks inside the 22. Jansen has enough time to take, but gives it to Ratwata. A risky move, but gains a couple of meters extra probably. Yeah, like you said, Isham, CHNFC had a lot of opportunities. Sudarshana Mutatantri comes in for CHNFC in place of probably Prasad Madhushankar or Dushmanta Priyadarshana, who was taken out.
Someone keep your mark.
CHNFC families, players. Avantali, here's Sudarshana Muthutantri, big man on big man. Charles Praveen stops Sudarshana on his blocks there. Here's Rohit Rajapaksa, lovely pass to Avantali. CH gaining some momentum. Sampath, lovely catch and pass. And into touch through Kavindu Pereira.
Well, Kilan Chamath hasn't had much to do in this game. In the attacking sense, you could say. Slot into the wing 3's position. But still a pressure moment for KANDY because it's a line out. They can't afford to give away possession of this set piece. And dare I say that. And that's just what happens. Not straight, says the referee. So CHNFC with the scrum.
Another crooked throw.
White 12, white 12. 12, 12. White 12.
Change coming up. Tarinder Ratwat has been taken out and Ushan Pereira comes in at 12. So the Pereira brothers, the twins, in 12 and 13.
Set.
Tari
Steady both.
had a niggle, so they would like to keep him for the game next week. Here is an opportunity. Here's Nigel Ratwat now. But referee says offside there by the number 9, Jansen.
No straight pushing. No straight pushing.
Scrum off the penalty as well. So another opportunity. This time CH will go into the line out, kick the ball into touch and try and score a try to stay in the fight.
CHNFC now
Number 16.
moving into the red zone.
Right, but it's coming in on, yeah.
And off your screen, Tarinder Ratwatta, heavily iced knee. So like you said, to just hope that it won't be a serious issue. Crucial game coming up next week. They will certainly need him.
Wait. On the line.
Ravindu Anjula with the collection.
Stay.
Didn't need to be lifted, but collected it cleanly. CHNFC with the rolling maul. Exerting pressure, going sideways. So they peel off the back. Not rolling away, says the referee, so it's another penalty.
Number 4, roll away.
Yoshida Rajapaksa wanted to take it quickly. Waiting for his skipper to make the decision. Prasad Madhushankar says, let's go for the line out. And Rohit Rajapaksa just puts it out of touch. Setting it up for another rolling maul surely here. You've got Ravindu Anjula and Surya Dodangara, the two jumpers for CHNFC. Have done brilliantly so far at line out time. Ravindu Anjula with the collection. They set it up for the rolling maul. Prasad Madhushankar at the back gets the ball. Now they drive forward. Prasad Madhushankar had momentum on his side, but that's good work by KANDY.
Unplayable.
Alright. KANDY who come up with the ball. Heshan Johnson there just smothering some egg on CHNFC player's face.
Yeah, good defense, isn't it, from KANDY Sports Club. Didn't contest that line out for my surprise. But from there on made sure that they stopped the rolling maul. Not the first time they have done this match. Keeping the composure. 60 minutes on our clock, 20 points to 11. Pressure scrum for KANDY Sports Club.
Set. Steady, board steady.
Keeping it short and going into contact on the 5-meter line. Pressure ball, trying to create an angle for Nigel. And they need to protect the pill before they do that. Another pick and drive. Dangerous territory. Now the ball goes out to Nigel. Manages to get enough decent contact. But the line out comes just inside the 22 once again.
So another line out to defend for KANDY. Ironically, they seem more comfortable defending the line out than getting their own line outs right at this moment.
Something is coming right again. Now the ball has been spread out wide. So that's the pressure that KANDY have exerted on CH. But Yoshita Rajapaksa manages to evade a couple of tackles. Here is Silva going into contact. As right on top of that ball is Malit Veerasinghe. Milan Veerasinghe rather, but not getting the ball. Here is another pick and drive by Sudarshana Muthutantri. Going into contact. It inches close to the try line. And again a recycle. Yoshita Rajapaksa, but he manages to score this time through the skipper, Prasad Madhushankar. So Yoshita Rajapaksa there having a couple of clean breaks and making sure that CH scores.
Brilliant work there by Rajapaksa. First off the line out. I think he just struggled to bring the ball forward as he dived over the line. So, I mean, we just spoke about KANDY's defense of the rolling maul, but during that occasion, however, CHNFC breaking the shackles, and this would worry KANDY Sports Club as well. Set piece have not been the strongest so far. They have showed some dominance in the scrum in the previous games, but haven't been able to do so in this game as well. But mind you, they are having a few players missing through injury. But yet again, across the season, I think this is something KANDY would really want to address immediately. But 20 points to 18, so the lead is back to just 2 points. KANDY, this is what it was for majority of the first half as well. So momentum now with CHNFC.
Absolutely right, Hisham. They're pumped up now, CH. They know the game is within grasp. But on the other hand, KANDY are very calm walking into this restart. As Nigel now will restart. Puts this ball deep inside CH22. Oh, knock forward. Knock forward. This is what KANDY would have absolutely wanted after that conceding that try, is a scrum inside the opposition 22.
Kilan Samad there taking his eye off the ball, dropping it cold. And right through the hands. Just what CHNFC didn't want. And just like that, they've given a free pass to KANDY to have a swipe at their try line. And if you're not happy with the bind, certainly, and would want to reset.
Right, again is come. Right, again is come.
KANDY do have some big players of their own, Binuk. But it's just not the size as well, purely size. When it comes to scrum, it's about the technique as well, and how you exert your strength at the right time. KANDY with the scrum. Ishan Jansen with the feed-in.
Steady, both steady.
Wajid Faumi at the back. The ball is loose. Jansen sends it out to Ratwatta. Cut out pass. Running sideways. Good tackle. Forcing the error. That's something you wouldn't see all the time. But I think Ratwatta, even though it was a cut out pass, delayed it, which gave the opportunity for CHNFC to mark the man before attempting the tackle. And possession turned over.
You could see Fazil Marija's face on the bench. Because good old days, when he was at 10, this is now how the KANDY backline was run. Very concerning face there, the coach.
Well, another factor would be Ratwatta now is on the bench. A key player. Rohit Rajpaksha puts the boot, received by Suri.
Oh, huge mistake. First of all, I thought Srinath Surya Bandara just gave the ball on a platter to CHNFC because he just kicked straight into the forwards of CHNFC when there was so much space on the near side. Then the ball ricocheted off forward to Dushmantana Priyadarshana's hand, or Prasad Madhushankar's hand, which will gain probably another 20-30 meters for KANDY Sports Club and give another opportunity, but off a line out.
There you go. Ironic that you said that. Let's hope that KANDY get this line out right.
Just look at this. There was so much space on the near side, but Srinath Surya Bandara kicks into heavy traffic. Had someone caught that ball from CHNFC, look at the number of runners against the defense. It would have been an easy penetration. But lucky, very lucky for KANDY Sports Club.
Just outside the 22, KANDY with an all-important line out. They're going full force on this, perhaps to use the rolling maul. They go short. This time, managed to find the man. The ball is transferred back, exerting some pressure. Going forward. That was brought down legally, says the referee. Ball is available. So Jansen to Charles. Heavy traffic. Jansen to Ratwatta. Cross kick. The ball almost finds Kavindu Pereira. Hirosha Sampath under all sorts of pressure. Ball coming off Kavindu Pereira. Kavindu Pereira is confused. The linesman was on the spot to make that call. So it'll be a...
See that it came off Kavindu Pereira's shoulder.
White 10. Number 4.
Skipper, Prasad Madhushankar.
CHNFC have been good in their lineouts, but almost give it away. But they do, they knock it forward.
Good jump by Tilna Bandara, exerting a lot of pressure. There you go. Prasad Madhushankar, there it was a knock forward. Another opportunity for KANDY. They can get this right. It will put a lot of pressure on CHNFC to come back.
Important passage of play here for KANDY. Let certain instances in this game to go by where they have lost control of the game, you'd say, from their side. But this is a moment where they can really try to land a knockout blow on CHNFC. Around 10 minutes to go on our clock. The lead just by 2. Prasad Madhushankar on the floor.
Time on. Yeah.
Here we go. The scrum.
Right. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Interestingly, CHNFC have decided to leave the blind side vacant, but it doesn't matter because they win the penalty.
Number 16. Number 16.
Hiroshampa gets over the ball, looking to get his team out of jail. Comparatively a good kick. Brings his team closer to the halfway line. And KANDY have a line out to contest. CHNFC have made a change as well. When Rakoda Goda, the last year's hooker from Isipatana, wanted to throw it to his school teammate Surya Durangora, but that was well read by KANDY. The ball is lost. Not the ideal start for Venra. Here's KANDY. Here's Jansen to Ali.
No.
Goes into heavy contact. Jansen slings out the pass to Ratwatta. Here's Pereira. Floats in a lovely pass to, and that's a dangerous tackle. Should be a yellow. Should be yellow.
Time off.
Slight bit of afters as well. But that didn't look good on the onset.
Didn't look good at all. Dinaleka Nayaka just sprinting on the outside. Avantali, slipped. Hand on head. It's just a matter of the color. Could be either on the KANDY shirt, a red or yellow.
Number 15.
Well, if the referee did see Lee slipping,
Red.
there you go. Like you called it, Dinuk. Direct contact to the head. If there was any mitigating factor, it would have been the slip, but his arms were on par with his head. I think it was always going to make contact with his head. So I think the linesman and the referee didn't have any option there.
Yeah, there was no intention. It doesn't matter even if you have intention or not, as long as your arm is swinging towards the head. But if the body position was going towards the hip and the ball carrier slips, then it would have been different to what exactly happened. I would like to see that replay once again. Not that nothing much could be done now. Interesting, the shot was on the head, the injury is on the ankle for Dina Lekanayaka. Just look at this. Look at Avantali, has no option but goes straight. I think it was a seatbelt tackle, but at full tilt. It was always going to the head. Here's the rolling maul for Kandy Sports Club now. He's gaining momentum, goes to the 5-meter mark. CHNFC defense twisting. Luckily they have managed to hold on to the ball carrier now. Opportunity. Pick and drive is what the Kandy Sports Club team will look at. Yes, Jansen now gives it out wide to Ratwata. Ratwata puts Lavanga on space and Oshan comes in to cut back in. Again the ball out wide to Tilina Bandara. Bandara going into contact. Another penalty. Offside says referee Veranga. Quickly taken by Jansen. But a wavered pass to Ali. Manages to hold on. Ratwata. Nigel Ratwata slipping off 1 foot and going inside as Jansen now goes to his forward through Malit Veerasinghe. Here's Jansen, a lovely switch there by Chatura Soisa of Eshan Jansen to score that try, and probably will seal this game if the conversion comes right, Hisham.
That's right. The conversion will play a crucial part here, but that will be game set match for Kandy with the red card as well. Something extraordinary would be required for CHNFC to salvage something on this game. But here we go, one for the highlights reel. Jansen, lovely inside pass. Straight off Aaron Smith's Instagram page, that one. Well done, Sean Jansen. Brilliant stuff. And Kandy, will this be just too much for CHNFC to come back from, given the fact they're a player down as well? So Nigel Ratwata, in the absence of Tarinder, will be taking up the place kicking duties. Not the easiest with the angle, but brilliantly done by Ratwata. So 27 points to 18. CHNFC need to score twice inside 4 minutes with 14 men up against it. But can CHNFC make a comeback?
Right,
They need some rear guard action, so Malit Mihisara
red
being introduced.
Red.
Last year Sisipatana's fullback. Introducing Kilan Chamat, who came off the substitutes bench. So perhaps they sense that they need a bit of flair and thrust on the wing. But this is the last ditch attempt from CHNFC perhaps. They've emptied their bench. Kandy. Put it out to touch. That'll do for them. Slow the pace down is what they'll do.
Good kick. Heshan Jansen has come on his own in this game, Hisham. Starting at scrum half, probably for the first time in a Kandy jersey, but has had a very good game. Another opportunity for now for KANDY Sports Club. Here's Johnson once again putting the ball behind. Chasing is Tilina Bandara and Dina Lekanayaka, and just making sure that Okbeba is put down at 12 as Wajid Faumi scrapes in to pick up the ball. Another penalty for KANDY Sports Club. Now it will seal the deal for them.
Number 8.
Just have to make sure.
They've got CHNFC pinned where they need them to be inside their 22.
Dina Lekanayaka has turned out to be a fantastic player, Hisham. His debut season has started all the matches on the wing for KANDY Sports Club, but has put in so much effort, so much for this KANDY side, this team. Very, very young side. But he's in the making of one of those famous KANDY wings that they have produced, Sanjiva Jayasinghe. That's the benchmark up in Ittavela, if you're a win 3/4.
Time off.
Just under 2 minutes to go. CHNFC on the wrong side of the pitch. And the game has just gone out of reach for them.
Not rolling away, number 8.
Perhaps that start, like we said, it's the moments in rugby that counts, and it's that start perhaps that has cost them. They did make a comeback. They looked threatening in certain passages of play. But that early blitz from KANDY seems to be the deciding factor. Of course, the red card and the try afterwards proving to be decisive. But KANDY now will look to close this game. They're going for the line out, 5-meter line out. They do make a mess of that, deciding to go short. But CHNFC with the scrum, if they have to show any intent, will have no option but to run this off their try line. Twice. Doing it once will be a challenge.
Yeah. Hisham, just talking about that start that KANDY Sports Club got, we will rewind a little bit more. CH received the kickoff and didn't clear the lines. That's where the start that KANDY, that's where the opportunity was given to KANDY to start like that. Pressure ball. Number 8 making sure that he holds it. Rohit Rajapaksa playing inside the 22. He needs support. As Lee now gets it out wide to Rajapaksa once again. A good tackle coming up by Kavindu Pereira, pushing him right back.
Stay.
Once again, now danger time if Srinath Surya Bandara gets it right, but it's another penalty. For CHNFC.
Seems to be another card coming up. The referee has already got his hand on his pocket, just waiting for a confirmation on the number. It's a yellow for KANDY, the second rower. Time is up on our clock, so it'll be perhaps just a consolation for CHNFC. Was that a late charge? Not picked up on our screen. Tilna Bandara.
Yeah, late charge.
CHNFC, good kick there. Inside now the opposition 22.
Charles Praveen, Prasad Madhushankar, both playing full 80 minutes.
Red, mark.
Not easy, not the norm for a front row these days.
Desperate time, require desperate measures, the saying goes. But here we go, CHNFC with the line out. Perhaps one final push. Using the rolling maul, Prasad Madhushankar in the mix too.
No.
You've got several front rowers playing the full game. And that's Shehan Silva, another up forward playing the full game. So there you go. Good tackle there on ball comes loose, but still the referee this time wants to have another word with the linesman.
Number 14 offside එක වෙන්නේ. එතනක දෙන්නම ආගියුමන්ට් එක ගියා.
Referee has already awarded the
number 14 offside.
Number 14 offside coming to Pereira. Another penalty coming up for CHNFC. Sampath will want to put this ball into touch.
Perhaps now focused on getting the losing bonus point. CHNFC. Ravindu Anjula collects the ball off the back. Yoshita Rajapaksha once again peeling off the back of that scrum.
Right.
Penalty against, oh, it's a try, it's a try. It was a little bit of a confusion if it was a penalty or a try.
Well, humorously, Prasad Madhushankar's face on during that occasion. He thought the referee gave away another penalty.
Sorry.
Yeah, just because what happened there.
And there you go. Referee's got his arms out. Just look at Prasad Madhushankar's face looking at the referee. Just couldn't pick that up, but the game's done and dusted perhaps.
If not, it is going to be exciting. 27 points to 23 with the kick to come of Hirusha Sampath.
The body language of both sets of players says it all. KANDY players already congratulating themselves. High fives all around. Another job done. Lee curves this in. Brilliant kick. Some consolation. Sorry, it was Sampath. So the game finishes 27 points to 25. A slender 2-point victory for KANDY. There you go, curls it back inside brilliantly. So some scrappy passages in this game, but in terms of the scoreboard, it's been a thrilling encounter to keep the supporters guessing.
Yeah, 27 points to 25 in favor of KANDY Sports Club is how that game has ended. KANDY is the only unbeaten team still in this Nippon Paints Rugby League encounter. With one more round to go in the first round of the Nippon Paints Rugby League. So it's going to be interesting coming up next week as the highlights of this second half. Nigel Ratwate, this was actually the first half. Kavindu Pereira scoring that try initially after CH refused to clear their lines. And then Chatura Soisa made that break, had the presence of mind to offload to Tilna Bandara. Bandara gave it out wide to Wajid Faumi. A lovely draw and pass to Tarinda Ratwate to score that try for KANDY Sports Club. From there on, CHNFC came back through a lovely try. A lovely pop there by Rohit Rajapaksa off to Ogbeba. And a good 12-13 combination to Ovin Hettiarachchi scoring that try. And that was the last act for him, as he had to be carried out. Hope he is fine. Hirusha Sampath slotting in 3 points, and that's all that CH could score in the first half. And KANDY finished the first half with another rolling maul try through Uchita Jayasuriya. Tarinda Ratwatta getting the only conversion in that first half. Hirusha Sampath taking another 3 in the second, narrowing the gap. Then Tari took another 3 points. Then CHNFC came through to score a try through Yoshita Rajapaksa, who went close to the try line, but skipper Prasad Madhusanka scored that try. KANDY Sports Club came back once again and made sure that they put this game beyond doubt through Chatura Soisa. Nigel Ratwatta taking on kicking duties, made sure that conversion was nailed. And finally, it was Yoshita Rajapaksa scoring that try for CHNFC. But it was a little too late. For CHNFC, as the conversion also was beautiful by Hirusha Sampath. 27 points to 25, that's how it finished in favor of the players on your screen. 3 tries to 4, 2 conversions each, 2 penalties to 1, and no drop goals in this game, which ends the game at 27-25 in favor of KANDY. So a lovely evening of rugby comes to an end here at the racecourse with the team on your screen. KANDY Sports Club remaining unbeaten, not convincingly, but still the only team to remain unbeaten this season. That's it from us from the commentary box. This is Dinuk Bhaskaran and Hisham have been signing off for Sri Lanka Rugby and Nippon Paints. Good night.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles. Original equipment manufacturer approved, Max Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
Play to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Siddhale Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
Nippon Paint. Live with colors. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest. Live with joy. Live with nature. Live with hope. Live with trust. Live with dreams. Live with happiness. Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint.
වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන් Nippon Odorless Paints තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.